Hi everyone, what's up? In this video today, I'm going to be showing you how to defeat Titan in Chapter 4. If you haven't gotten up to Chapter 4, then don't click on the video if you don't want to be spoiled with anything. But right here, what I wanted to show you was just all my stats and weapons that I had. For Noctis, what I recommend you do is that you equip the Drain Lance and you get it upgraded by Cindy's grandfather. He can do it for you if you get like a certain item and then it makes it stronger and it's a lot better. For Gladio, you definitely should use the Blade of Brenair because at this point in the game, it's one of the weapons where he can deal the most damage with, and it will definitely help when he uses Tempest ability. For Ignis, you can just use the regular Avengers that he has. Later on in the game, because I'm already on Chapter 8 right now, he gets much better weapons, and it's the same thing for Prompto. So right here, this is like a little cutscene before. What you have to do is you warp down there, and then from the beginning, what you have to do is you have to start parrying attacks. Pretty much, if you don't parry, you can't really get through the boss fight that well. You'll just take so much damage. So if you're not good at parrying, I definitely recommend that you just fight some lower level enemies and you just practice on them because it won't matter as much. But basically, to do it, what you want to do is just hold the button that it says to parry with if you're on PlayStation or on Xbox. Just hold it. That's pretty much the easiest way to do it. But always practice just in case you need to. So basically, what happens with this boss fight is you're not supposed to kill him entirely. What you have to do is you just have to get his little like arm down to a certain point of health. And you will be put like on danger in this part. Especially right after you warp, but you do have to warp just to save yourself from getting damaged if you don't have Phoenix Downs. And that's another thing. If you don't have any Phoenix Downs or like a Mega Phoenix Down, I definitely recommend that you get them just because they will help. See, now what you want to do is basically warp, but when you warp, you just want to be careful because he can do like a punch in the air. And just you always just want to make sure that you're parrying just because right after you parry, his hand goes down on the ground and you can do a lot of damage with it. Now here I was using the Drain Lance, but what you can do is you can equip some of his upgraded weapons that you get from the tomb, from the old kings that passed and stuff. And basically what you want to keep doing for this like part of the boss fight is just make sure you're constantly warping. Because when you do it, you do regain your health and your MP, which you basically will need for the rest of the fight. And then a little bit in, this is when the Imperials start to come. What you want to do is, you don't really want to pay too much attention to them because Ignis and Prompto will take care of them. So what else you want to do is, so when this message pops up on the screen, you know you made it pretty far in the boss fight. It talks about the armature chain, and the armature chain can only be done with the weapons that were found in the tomb with the kings, only the armature weapons. So in order to do this, what you have to do is you have to equip them from the gear. And basically to activate them, you'll see it'll let you know like when you can. It just says that you have to press R1 and L1, and then you know you've done it right because you see all the weapons like surrounding you in a circle. So basically, once this is active, you and all of Noctis's friends will do a lot of damage on him. And then you'll see after the last parry, it will talk about the Bizarra, the magic. And basically what you want to do is you just want to deal with a total of 9,500 damage on him. And it could be done very easily. All you have to do is just use your friend's chain attacks. You can use the weapons of armature to help, and you can use the armature chain as well. But what I recommend you do is that you just use Prompto's attack, because Prompto's attack is one of the ones that does the most damage. You can also use Gladio's as well, because his is pretty good because it attacks them 3 to 2 times. So basically, right after you complete this challenge, that is when you defeat the boss. And you know you have it right when you see the cutscene of them using the Bizarra magic. And that is just all that is to it. I didn't have that much trouble with this boss fight. This was my first attempt. But if you do have trouble, I hope this video did help you. And if it did, please leave a like, subscribe, or comment. It really helped the channel. Thanks, guys.